following the principles of effectiveness and efficiency. With this mission in mind, I have formulated 10 pillars as my reform agenda for the university. Pillar 1. Dynamic, transformational, and responsible leadership. Empower academic and administrative leaders by following the core principles of good governance to create collective growth and unity. Here I would like to highlight an innovation by introducing the development of an integrity management plan to assess, plan, and implement anti-corruption strategies that will secure the institution against corruption and abuse. Likewise, asset management and resource generation will be aggressively pursued to ensure productivity and finance the implementation of the plans and projects for the university. Pillar 2. Responsive and innovative curricula and instruction. We aim to provide world-class polytechnic education that responds to national and global needs by developing intellectually challenging curricula and design academic programs that are based on industry demands to provide the learners with adequate and relevant competencies and skills and prepare them for a successful and rewarding careers. In a rapidly changing world, we recognize the paradigm shift in curriculum to outcome-based education with lifelong learning approach. Pillar 2 also sits on the framework of internationalization of Philippine higher education through transnational education by promoting academic mobility among faculty and students and global dimension into the curricula and teaching process. Pillar 3. Enabling and productive learning environment. Following education in Industry 4.0, we aim to increase and enhance the use of new technology to enable student learning and engagement, as well as advanced teaching process and methodology through new and state-of-the-art facilities that will support the overall learning and teaching experience in the university. Pillar 3 likewise includes campus development and the provision of conducive learning centers and facilities for students and faculty. Pillar 4. Holistic student development and engagement. We will empower students as well as rounded learners and active young leaders as we open opportunities for various academic mobility and venues for honing skills and personal development, being the principal stakeholder of the university. Recognize academic freedom as a form of self-expression and a platform to showcase students' intellect, skills, and creativity. Pillar 5. Empowered faculty members and employees. Likewise, we are looking into the holistic development of our faculty and employees as productive, competent, and experts in their respective fields. We will encourage our faculty roster through formal education, capacity building, research and extension initiatives, faculty immersion, and other academic engagements, both local and abroad. We will ensure that both our faculty and employees will have a vibrant career development path as public servants in this state university. Pillar 6. Vigorous research production and utilization. We will continue to strengthen the research culture in the university by promoting discovery and innovation through increasing disciplinary and collaborative research integration across academic disciplines to create new knowledge, utilize research findings, and develop innovative products. Pillar 7. Global academic standards and excellence. Achieve the highest levels of recognition in quality and compliance standards from CHED, AACUP, and other international accrediting and regulatory bodies for higher education. We will intensify our efforts to achieve and sustain better academic performance and continue to excel as a top-performing school in various professional licensure examinations and produce board top-notchers as well as sustain our status of being the most preferred graduates of employers. Likewise, we aim to establish and to be recognized as centers of development and excellence in our academic programs. Pillar 8. Synergistic, productive strategic networks and partnerships. synergize and forge strategic linkages and partnerships across all sectors of society and the global community in line with the overall plans and programs of the university. Establish alliance with the government, industry sector, NGOs, and the academe will lead to resource sharing, program support, and research collaborations beneficial for all. Pillar 9. Active and sustained stakeholders engagement. Harness a healthy and harmonious organization by empowering all its stakeholders, both internal and external, through open communication networks, consultative and participative undertakings, and team-building activities, recognizing that all stakeholders can greatly contribute towards the betterment of the university. Pillar 10. Sustainable social development programs and projects. Expand access to education, knowledge building, and information dissemination through sharing of expertise and resources for community development. Support inclusivity approach in education by embarking on Education on Wheels, which aims to bring access to education closer to communities, following the principle of no one will be left behind. As the University of the People, we should bring the university closer to their hearts to serve their needs and extend assistance in mainstreaming public service. Our institution must continue to stand as one for the values that we have inculcated. For the past 115 years, we have exemplified our quest for truth, excellence, equity, relevance, effectiveness, integrity, and academic freedom. Lastly, I call upon each and everyone to join me in this journey. Together we stand as one para sa sintang paralan para sa ating bayan. Allow me to share with you my vision for the university. I envision PUP to become the pioneering and leading national polytechnic university in the 21st century. With a national polytechnic university status,
Alright,
it will bring
guys.
more opportunities for the university to further strengthen its academic programs and improve organizational performance as an institution for higher education. In pursuit for this vision, my mission for PUP is for it to recognize its catalytic role for national development. PUP will ensure inclusive and equitable quality education and promote lifelong learning opportunities through a re-engineered polytechnic education. By re-engineering, we look into the existing processes and programs in order to achieve higher quality of academic programs and services following the principles of effectiveness and efficiency. With this mission in mind, I have formulated 10 pillars as my reform agenda for the university. Pillar 1. Dynamic, transformational, and responsible leadership. Empower academic and administrative leaders by following the core principles of good governance to create collective growth and unity. Here I would like to highlight an innovation by introducing the development of an integrity management plan to assess, plan, and implement anti-corruption strategies that will secure the institution against corruption and abuse. Likewise, asset management and resource generation will be aggressively pursued to ensure productivity and finance the implementation of the plans and projects for the university. Pillar 2. Responsive and innovative curricula and instruction. We aim to provide world-class polytechnic education that responds to national and global needs by developing intellectually challenging curricula and design academic programs that are based on industry demands to provide the learners with adequate and relevant competencies and skills and prepare them for a successful and rewarding careers. In a rapidly changing world, we recognize the paradigm shift in curriculum to outcome-based education with lifelong learning approach. Pillar 2 also sits on the framework of internationalization of Philippine higher education through transnational education by promoting academic mobility among faculty and students and global dimension into the curricula and teaching process. Pillar 3, enabling and productive learning environment. Following education in Industry 4.0, we aim to increase and enhance the use of new technology to enable student learning and engagement, as well as advanced teaching process and methodology through new and state-of-the-art facilities that will support the overall learning and teaching experience in the university. Pillar 3 likewise includes campus development and the provision of conducive learning centers and facilities for students and faculty. Pillar 4, holistic student development and engagement. We will empower students as well as rounded learners and active young leaders as we open opportunities for various academic mobility and venues for honing skills and personal development, being the principal stakeholder of the university. Recognize academic freedom as a form of self-expression and a platform to showcase students' intellect, skills, and creativity. Pillar 5, empowered faculty members and employees. Likewise, we are looking into the holistic development of our faculty and employees as productive, competent, and experts in their respective fields. We will encourage our faculty roster through formal education, capacity building, research and extension initiatives, faculty immersion, and other academic engagements, both local and abroad. We will ensure that both our faculty and employees will have a vibrant career development path as public servants in this state university. Pillar
Thank you so much, guys, for patiently waiting. So, we would like to start this program through a doxology followed by the national anthem. Thank you.
Allow me to
God lead my hand, and in my understanding. God lead
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Good morning, everyone. I am Gabriel Anton Coma, a student of Section 47 in the Polytechnic University of the Philippines, Open University. And I'm honored to serve as your moderator for today. With me is Ms. Red Paredes, my partner for today.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for your patience for today. We have a lot of technical issues. Again, my name is Normita Paderes. I am in the same year and section with my partner here, Anton. Now, today is a very special day, and I can't really wait to learn a lot with our guest speakers. Are you guys ready? I know you have waited so long, so let's go ahead and begin. Thank you.
All right, so let's go over our house rules before we start. So firstly, let's come to the webinar in comfortable and decent clothing. All participants must be placed under mute except for the designated speaker to avoid distraction for the speaker. Let us follow the program flow by cooperating and observing the house rules to give respect to each other.
All right. Also, please be at the webinar room at least 15 minutes, which I know you did guys already. So this is to avoid losing your slot. There will be a 5 minutes question and answer portion every end of the topic presentation. A certificate will be issued upon filling out the feedback survey form that will be sent here on our Zoom link in our FB Live. So this link to the survey form will be provided after the session. You will also receive your e-certificate through Gmail using your email that you registered. Thank you.
All right, so for our opening remarks, please welcome the President of Open University, Section 47, Ms. Rebecca Logroño.
Welcome to our seminar about business strategy development. Thank you so much for taking the time to attend this forum. I would like to acknowledge the dedication and hard work of our talented committees, without whom this event would not be possible, and of course to our special guest speakers who humbly accept our request to make this seminar happen and successful. I would like also to thank each of you who are currently watching. I know that many of you have busy at this moment, such as some of us are actually preoccupied or taking a time off from their work or school just to be here. Your support and decision today to attend the time is be uploaded. I know you are here for the main event, so I will keep this brief. After each of the topic to discuss, we will be having a question and answer with the speaker and a quick raffle draw for the attendees. And after the event, we will send the e-certificate of recognition to all. Well, I don't want to take too much of your time. I need to leave some time to our moderator to introduce our speaker to all of you and fill in on some of our coming visits. Today will be fun and full of learning. So a very warm welcome to each and every one of you. If you have any questions, clarification, or just want to say hi, feel free to leave a message to our chat box.
All right. Thank you so much, Miss Logroño. So, Anton.
a very warm welcome to each and every one of you. If you have any
So once again, welcome to our webinar on business development strategy for small and medium enterprises. Please feel free to ask questions through the comments. Red will make sure to choose and read a few of them during the open forum portion of our program.
Yes, and please make sure to comment your name and your location, which you're already doing. But for our viewers who just came in and our Zoom participants, please comment your name and your location as well in our in so that we could get this as your raffle entry at the end of the session. So there will be 4 winners of 250 pesos, guys. So please make sure to stick till the end. So by the way, guys, this raffle draw is sponsored by our beloved professor, Dr. Rosemary Beth R. Deason. So without further ado, let's start learning.
It is with great pleasure that I introduce our first speaker today, who is going to talk to us about how to turn a research paper into a business. This is a topic of utmost importance, as any and all entrepreneurs will have to undergo some sort of research, whether it be market research, competitor research, or concept research, before actually starting operations in a business. Our speaker is very much experienced with the topic, as she is a professor and doctor of business administration from the University of the East and is the founder of Goodbag PH. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Professor Divina Gracia Incluna.
Good morning. I can't open my camera. It says the host stopped it.
Hold on, Professor. Just give us a moment.
How about now po?
Okay, let's try. There you go. Good morning, PUPians. It's a great honor to be here this morning. And thank you so much for the dear committee who made this event possible. And I know it's very timely and relevant. So shall we begin?
Yes po, sure po.
For the slide. All right, so since you guys are business students here, while I am waiting for my slide, for my PowerPoint, can you type, what are the business in your mind right now? Yeah. So what are the business that you have in mind right now? Online business, coffee shop. Hello from Cagayan. Wow, ang dami pala. So hindi lang mga PUPians, hindi lang ako mag-hello sa mga PUPians, but for the rest of the students here, wow, ang dami. Ma'am Gemma, you're here. Hello po. Ayan. So, groceries, online, food business, coffee shop. All right. But if you want me to share my my PowerPoint, I can do that naman. Just let me know. Oh, from La Union. Wow, hello from La Union Coffee Shop. Cagayan again, Tarlac State University. Hello, Catherine. Wow, Zamboanga, all the way from Zamboanga. That's why, congrats sa committee ha. Ang galing. Okay. From FEU Manila. O, kapitbahay ko lang yan, si FEU. Hello. Pangasinan. Okay. Plaridel. Okay, yung last from Plaridel, Bulacan, magkapit-bahay lang tayo. I'm here in Baliwag, Bulacan. Yes. PLM, hello. Marco na. Okay. So, ang dami. Nakakatawa. Pampanga, Occidental Mindoro. I think na-invite na rin ako dyan once sa isang university. Riza, okay, University. Okay, St. Vincent College of Cabuyao. Good morning, no? And congratulations because you take this time for something that will give you extra, because the best investment for me, is self-investment. So when I was in college, while waiting for my slide again, it's really my favorite when I hear someone talking, I took note talaga. I don't know kung you're like me na nagte-take down ng notes, yung mga quotable quotes ng mga speakers, and really very inspiring. Oh, from Aurora, ang galing. Okay. Hello from Baliwag, Bulacan. Ayan, so I guess we're about to begin. And again, thank you so much for having me. And actually, it is my advocacy. Me and my sister actually were two in the business, but my sister is in Norway now. And she got married na last December. So for today, my topic is about a research idea to business plan, unleashing your entrepreneurial spirit. Okay, so Miss Rebecca, remind me with the time. So I start now. So just 45 minutes. Okay, so next slide. Let me begin by saying business is not about the idea of power, but the power of ideas. Yeah. Do you have anything in mind that is of your passion, of your favorites, ganyan. So later on, we will unleash that spirit within you. Next slide. So what are the powerful ideas? So it should be worth thinking, worth enhancing, and developing, an idea that is worth converting to business. So I'll expound that later on. Next slide. So para ma-picture out natin what is it, no? The idea generation, it is the creative process of generating, developing, and communicating new ideas. Ito yung eureka moment. Yung parang, oh my God, ito yun. Yan. So, makaka-create ka something out of things that would give you an idea, something that will make a solution to something. So, pwede yun. So, pwede, yung thought cycle daw natin, may tatlong component yan. So, we have three. The innovation part, the development part, and the actualization. So, there are good people who has a very good business plan, a very nice strategy, but the basis of the success would be on the implementation. That's why when we do our business plan, it's not just one plan, but we also have a lot of contingency planning, because we know if the first plan will not work, we have other options. Okay, so next. Okay, be creative. Creativity in business is a way of thinking that inspires, challenges, and helps people to find innovative solutions and create opportunities over problems. Today, what I am going to share is not just about the theoretical part of business, but more of the practical. Okay, when I'm teaching my students, I want them to be realistic. I want them to see the current situation that we are facing, the new normal that we are facing right now, and I align it to the current situation. All of the strategies that I am gonna share with you, it is aligned with the new normal. Next slide. Yeah. So how do we process the idea in our mind? So first is you have to search for the opportunity. Okay, so identify in this crisis, in this pandemic that we're experiencing, what are the things that I can share as a solution to this global pandemic, or anything that would give a lift to someone else, right? Opportunity analysis. And when you get to that point, you have to analyze. Kasi parang it's a filter na hindi naman lahat you'll do it. So, hindi naman lahat nag-start ng business successful agad, because I'm gonna share with you how hard it was to me, because it's never a walk in the park. So, idea genesis, it's the start. Okay, it's idea selection and concept development. As I told you, it's just the technical part that later on I'll share the practical. Okay, next slide. So there are how to identify the core needs or opportunities. So there are three S of opportunities. Number one is to seek, to screen, and to seize. Okay? When we seek something, di ba, okay, sabihin na natin, if sino dito ang nasa relationship level na. Nung college ako, hindi ako nag-boyfriend kasi feeling ko I have my focus, I have my priority. So, sabi ko, hindi ako mag-relationship, although may mga crush-crush tayo. Kasi focus ako during that time sa goal ko. And dapat alam din natin kung paano i-balance ang lahat. Though mayroon akong mga kaklase na they're very successful naman as a student kahit may boyfriend or girlfriend sila. That's okay. But you really have to seek kung ano ba talaga. Pag nanliligaw ka, for example, kailangan, ano bang gusto ko? So when I was in college, even after graduation, I have my list, I have my standards. So meron sulat tayong ganyan. So you have to say, of course, number one, you have to pray. You screen that. Okay, focus daw muna sa study. Hindi naman i-break, baka naman umiyak. Ay talaga. So you have to screen. Hindi naman natin pwedeng kung sino yung maganda, kung sino yung gwapo, yun na lang. So I'm just taking an example as light as that. And also, you have to ask that person kung pwede ba siyang ligawan, diba? That's the part of the C's. But in business, it's gonna be different. No? In a way, but what is important is you have the determination to do it. Kasi no one will do it except for you, and hindi lahat susuportahan yung gusto mo, yung passion mo, right? So even no, later on i-share ko, hindi lahat natuwa that I'm putting up my own business. Most of my friends would say, nako, mas-stress ka lang, ganyan. And totoo din naman, nakaka-stress. But next slide. Next slide. Ayan. So, know your sets. Okay? So, ano ba yung contribution ko? So, we're digging deeper on ourselves. The first part kasi in business is about you. Okay? Because naniniwala ako, anything that you sell, anything that you want to venture in should be aligned to your principles, should be aligned to your values, and hindi pwedeng I'm saying to my class na oh, wag kayong magbe-vape or wag kayong maninigarilyo, and I'm selling, 'di ba, vape or whatever. So it should be aligned with your principles, it should be aligned to your values. Now, for the contribution, what are the things that I am capable of giving? Saan ba ako talented? Saan ba ako magaling? That's why on the first day of our classes in UE, tinatanong ko talaga sila, what's the best thing about you? And surprisingly, madalas, maraming section would say, Ma'am, I don't know what's the best about me. Hindi sila komportable or hindi nila alam what's the best about them. And so it's important to have your self-assessment. So, where I am best at? Saan ba ako magaling? Okay? Favorite ba akong puntahan ng mga kaibigan ko pag may surprise party para sa ganito? And when I was in high school and college, ganun. I'm happy organizing surprises, ganyan. So, saan ba ako excellent? So, meron kasing inborn eh. For example, sila Sarah G. Given na kasi yung natural born singer na sila or na-develop nila along the way, but hindi lahat nakakakanta as excellent as she can, di ba? So natural, and then things that will turn you on or people will turn on about you. Sabihin nila, ay, wow, sino ba nandito? Si Rebecca, or may leadership skills talaga siya. So when we want to do something, we ask her opinion because we know that we can count on her. So next is spirit leading. Again, everything that we do, it should be aligned with our values, with our principles. So know your sense. Next slide. Yeah. So remember, if it makes sense to you, it makes sense to do. Yeah. Next. Okay, so sa business opportunities natin, meron tayong dalawang pagpipilian. First is new venture, as in from scratch, yung business nyo, for example, mga new discoveries, sometimes mga scientific yan or whatsoever, that you alone know how to do it. Or number two, improvement of existing venture. So ini-innovate natin the existing venture that we have. Next. Yan. So a business model canvas. So if we're done with our idea na nakapag-brainstorm na tayo or in our mind, naayos na natin or nakapagtanong-tanong na rin tayo about the product that we want to do, pwede natin gawin i-simplify into business model canvas. Actually, this one is a very simple model canvas that I will be sharing. It's the simplified business plan, no? So this is what we do because it's easier to identify where to look at and where to prioritize our funds or the things, the strategies that we have. So a business model is a visual representation of a business model, highlighting all the key strategic factors. So in other words, it is a general, holistic, complete overview of company's workings, customer revenue streams, and more. So ito, I'll share lang yung alam ko naman na ito tinuturo din to ng teachers nyo, ng professors. Next slide. So, yan. This is the way we do it. And I'm also part of the Go Negosyo. So, ito rin yung standard natin. We have the key partners, key activities, key resources, value proposition, customer relationship, customer channels or yung distribution, cost structure, and the revenue stream. Siyempre, favorite natin yung revenue streams. But let me go with the key partners. It is important that you know exactly where to get the raw materials. In our case, we have partners, for example, for the clothes or for all of the raw materials that we need, for the materials that we need. We have sukis already, kung alam niyo yung suki na tinatawag. But it's important to research more. Why? Because given the best price, you can also give a very competitive pricing. So, importante rin, especially when you want to venture into something, hindi ka lang, no man is an island. It is important to build relationship. Okay, so what are the key activities for your brand or for your product and your value proposition? What makes you different from any other brand? For example, sa Good Bag PH, marami namang gumagawa ng customized bags. Alam naman natin yan kasi that's our forte, customized. And madami nagbebenta ng bag. But because our bags are customizable, nagkakaroon siya ng value proposition. It makes the difference. So, it is important for you to identify how are you going to stand out alongside all the competitors. Actually, nauna pa sa atin. So, it is important to know that. And customers relationship, I guess this is my strength, yung customer relationship, because I get to know my clients from the beginning. I have a client nung kinasal, sa akin siya kumuha for the wedding ng giveaways, nung bridal shower, nung kinasal, tapos nung nag-baby shower na siya, nagkaroon na siya ng baby, at nung nag-first birthday yung baby, hanggang ngayon, ilang taon na ba si Anya? Magfa-5 na yata, and we kept our relationship like that. So, yan. And then key resources, importante that even I would check on my competitors because it is also important for me to check on what are they doing best, diba? It is important to compare them and to benchmark. That's very important. The channels, especially the distribution right now. I'm gonna share later on that. The cost structure, especially, I'm very blessed because mahina ako sa math. I don't know, meron ba dito kagaya ko? I hate math ever since. Siguro high school, nag-raise ng hand. Hi, Mariano. It's a tie. I'm not as matalino as the cum laude, magna cum laude. Hindi kasi ako ganon. I'm an average student, pero masipag ako. Siguro yun lang yung nag-sustain sa akin. And I'm with the valedictorian, the salutatorian. I am with them. I am friends with them. And also, dahil nga ayoko ng math, siguro narinig ni Lord yon at binigyan niya ako ng husband na CPA. So, my weakness is the strength of my husband. So, God is good dahil binigay niya sa akin yung husband ko na yon. So, sa cost structure, medyo kalma naman ako because I have my husband. Next. Ayan. So how to begin? Okay, okay na tayo, may business na tayo, meron na tayong product. Kanina tinanong ko kayo kung anong, meron ako nakita na clothing brand ang gusto. So, for example, gusto niyo na ng clothing brand, kayo magde-design. So, you have to have first the market study, and then create your brand and register, develop your brand, choose your pricing strategy, market your brand and collaborate, maximize online platform, establish social responsibility. Etong binibigay ko sa inyo is practical way. So let's begin. Next slide. Yan. So conduct a simple market research. Visit online forums to see what questions people ask and problems they're trying to solve. Do keyword research to find keywords that a lot of people are searching. Diba? Alam naman natin what's trending. Pero I don't go with trending kasi nawawala rin siya. What is important is to know what are the things that can sustain. Hindi ka mag-venture into a business that will last just like 6 months, 1 year, 2 years. You want something that will sustain. Check out your potential competitors by visiting their sites and take note of what they're doing to fill the demand. Next slide. So create your brand. Ito very important, and I know naman that you're into mission, vision. You know exactly how to do it. Mission is what the company is all about. Vision is how you see your business. Example, 5, 10, 20 years from now, it is important for a business owner, an entrepreneur to be visionary. Ako very specific talaga ako sa mga dreams ko, sinusulat ko talaga siya. Right after my graduation, sinulat ko talaga siya and papakita ko sa inyo mamaya. So, company name and brand name. Gusto ko lang din kayong i-remind kapag gumawa kayo ng company name and brand name, be sure that you have like 5 options. Kasi dahil nga busy ang Ma'am Divine, it is actually my mom who runs the business or the paperworks, ganyan. So, si mama talaga yung nag-register sa DTI. So, syempre ako, gusto ko sana ang pangalan ng business is Goodbag PH, registered name. Pero hindi pwede kasi sa DTI, bawal daw ang good. Bawal din ang may PH. So, ang ginawa ng mama ko, dahil busy ako, ang dami kong ginagawa. Sabi niya, paano to? So, ginawa na lang daw niya Divine Bag Enterprise. So, alam mo yon, it is important na may options kayo. So, that's a hack kapag gusto nyong mag-register sa DTI, gawa kayo ng 5 list of company name, brand name. Magkaiba pa kasi yun eh. So, if you want to have your company name, of course, and then your brand name, kami, Goodbag Page, okay lang naman yun sa online. But syempre sa legal papers, Divine Bag Enterprises, yung makikita nyo sa resibo namin and all. Next is tagline. So, sa tagline, specify nyo dito yung value proposition ninyo. Yan. So, themes, kaya pag meron kayong logo, dapat in a way, alam nyo rin yung color themes nyo para naka-align. Kumari, magpapa-uniform kayo sa staff nyo, gano'n, dapat naka-align lahat. And of course, company logo, pinadesign ko rin yung company logo na easy to read, easy to see, to identify. So remember, register your business. So ako hindi, at least naman naka-DTI register kayo, barangay permit, mayor's permit, BIR, etc. Why is it important to do these legal things? If you want to expand, hindi mahirap. And if you want to get orders or mga closed deals with other known industries or companies, pwede kasi may resibo ka. So naghahanap talaga ng receipts yung mga companies. Next. Okay. Develop your brand. Anong favorite ko to? I don't know. I can stay up late, up 3 a.m., max 4 a.m. just to do my collection, just to design my next collection of bag. And kapag ang taas ng energy mo, alam mo yun, you know exactly that you're on the right track. And if naging successful, lalo na kapag naging successful yung launch, kapag naging successful yung sales, syempre ang sarap sa pakiramdam. Okay, so materials, syempre i-develop mo yung materials. During pandemic, isa sa pinaka masaklap na part is bags are not essential. Diba? Lagi namang sinasabi, hindi naman essential yung bag. Pero bakit ang dami pa din na bumibili sa amin, even pandemic, at nagkaroon pa kami ng nagkaroon pa kami ng hype during lockdown. So we'll share that later on. So next is presentation. Yung packaging natin, it should look presentable, not naman expensive but really presentable. And again, it represents your business. It is the face of your business. Logistics, yung delivery, alam nyo, ito isa sa pinaka mahirap na part yung logistics. That's why, thank God for Shopee because napadali niya lahat. I mean, everything now is easy because na meron tayong ganitong platform. And kung alam ko lang ang Shopee kung nagamit ko lang siya way back, mas masaya sana because last December, sobrang dami namin naging sales because of Shopee. Next is brand presence or channels. Hindi naman kailangang ikaw lang yung nagko-control ng business mo alone. Pwede ka rin magkaroon ng partner stores na pwede mong i-display doon yung bags mo. So, it is important also to know exactly how to build relationship with other entrepreneurs. Okay, next. Choose your pricing strategy. So, mamili kayo dito, competition-led pricing, customer-led pricing, loss leader, introductory offers, skimming, psychological pricing. Okay, it's too technical and I know you're gonna run through that next in your class. Okay. Market your brand and collaborate. As I always say, no, hindi tayo nabubuhay alone. It is important that we know how to collaborate and appreciate other products, other businesses. So these are the things that I did for my brand. And I should say very effective to me. Meron naman kasing strategies that might not be effective to me pero effective sa inyo. So it should be something to be tested, no? So invest in web design or product shoot. I can still remember when we were starting na hindi ganon ka-appealing yung mga shots namin or personally cellphone ko lang naman yun and hindi talaga na-effortan. And ibang level if you have product shoot. Kasi for example, nagkaroon kami ng write-up with GMA7 sa mga shows nila doon or sa ABS, sa ANC, na feature kami. Nanghihingi agad sila ng mga product shots. So, it is important that you have that talaga. So, ngayon pa lang, practicing nyo na how to do it. And hindi naman kailangan mag-hire ng sobrang gagaling. Kasi ako, I hired lang my former student na ang galing sa aesthetics. And hindi ako ganun nakakagastos ng malaki. Kasi importante talaga to cut down your expenses, di ba? So next is to develop content marketing. Good thing that I'm a professor, I can do content marketing. But if you have friends na good in content marketing, better. Kung maa-ask yun ng help, ganyan. In a long run, you can do it naman researching and all. Everything is available online. So, wala ka nang masasabi na, I'm not into that, ganyan. And next, ito pa, know the power of hashtag. So, ngayon na nasa online na tayo, and we should be very present online, napaka-importante ng hashtag para madali kang mahanap, para madaling makita kung ano yung binibenta mo. So, that's very powerful. Next is, consult a digital marketing coach. Attend seminars. Alam nyo, follow Let's Go Negosyo at Let's Go Negosyo on IG or FB kasi si Go Negosyo lagi siyang may free seminars for aspiring entrepreneurs at libre lang. Ang maganda pa dito, free din yung certificate. Isasend nila agad a day after the seminar. So invest in your self. Next is collaborate with online community of your target market. And as I was saying, it is aligned with our current situation ngayon. Alam nyo ba na napakadami ko ng friends online na mga entrepreneurs, hindi ko pa sila nami-meet in person. But we do a lot of projects online kahit na nag-pandemic and all because I reach out to them. So importante that you reach out also so that you can have options in a long run. Next is hold giveaways. Isa pa rin to sa ginagawa nating strategy and connect with influencers. Next, pakita ko sa inyo yung mga examples. Next. So, first three things you need to consider when creating your digital marketing strategy, which is aligned to what we need right now. Know your target audience. Who are you talking to? Syempre, demographics, psychographics, challenge, problems, preferred channels, type of content. The customer journey is important, kagaya ng nakwento ko sa inyo kanina. Nagsistay pa rin sila with our brand because of our relationship. And then the brand key. Okay, next. Yan. So there are sample product shots that we did with my etong naka light naka purple, yan yung student ko. Siya yung model, siya pa yung photographer. Ang galing niya, 'di ba? But she has her own business then. So nakakatawa that we collaborate together. So these are some of the fame bags of us, especially the Marian tote bag. Share ko yung story niyan later on. The Hope bundle happened because of pandemic. Because intentionally I prefer the PVC materials because it's easy to sanitize and it's easy to disinfect. If you're doing something or if you're gonna launch something, see to it that it's purposive at the same time. So sabi ko, oo nga no, it's best to have some products that would align to what we need right now. So bags that can easily disinfect and sanitize. So hindi mawawala na sa isip mo na hindi essential yung bag kasi now when we go out, it is important to go with the bag that can easily sanitize, diba? So mako-consider mo na rin siya essential in a way. Then next slides. Ayan, marami pang iba. Okay, next. Yan. So, ito yung example ng isang content marketing na ginawa ko. Actually, ako lang nag-picture nito because I'm safe kapag white yung background mo at makikita exactly yung product mo, yung aesthetic niya, ganyan. So, ito yung example ng isang content marketing. When we launched this vanity care kit, ako kasi when I do something, I don't want the normal, the basic. I wanted something extra. So, di ba kung nakikita natin yung mga normal na pouches ngayon, may zipper, ganyan lang. But I wanted gold zipper, I wanted that structure. So, marami magkakamukha online, but I want it different. Ganyan. So, as we prepare for the transition to our new normal, being extra OC and organized is the goal. Our pretty transparent pouches or vanity care will give you a lesser time to get our daily safety essentials, blah, blah, blah. Dami kong sinabi. Pati yung price, pati yung size, nilagay ko rin. And look kung sinong nag-like, our Queen Marian Rivera, my Queen Marian Rivera. And later on, share ko ba't kami magkakilala or ba't kami close. Okay, next. Next slide. Ayan. So, it started, no? Nag-sponsor kami before, yung way back. Itong first picture, buntis pa ako niyan. I'm pregnant that time. So, nag-sponsor ako for Miss Ai de las Alas Bridal Shower organized by her kambal, Miss Marian Rivera and Miss Tina Barreto. So, actually, ang connection ko dyan is Miss Tina Barreto. So, if you're with the right connection, it's really good, no? Ang ganda ng relationship. So, si Miss Tina Barreto ang na-meet ko and sakto, I asked her if kung pwede akong mag-sponsor in any event naman actually. Sumakto lang talaga na ang current event she's working at is yung bridal shower ni Miss Ai na syempre si Miss Marian yung gumawa. So na-meet ko siya dyan. There were 307 followers that time, November 2017. Nag-start pa lang kami sa business. But when she posted the picture of the bag and tagged us, our online followers climbed to 1,070 followers. And now we're on our 13,000 something online. So follow nyo lang kami at GoodBagPH. So still as a sponsor for her baby shower last February 2019 kay Sixto naman. So that's the latest one. And we work with her sa kanyang Flora Vida home, yung mga tote bags, ganyan. So that's the story behind Marian tote bag. And kaya rin, nung time na yan, wala pang pangalan yung Marian tote. But because of the hype, kasi after mag-post, dami talagang nagdi-DM sa akin. Grabe. So I name it Marian tote. Sinakyan ko yung hype. So, it's good also to know the trend. Okay, next. And my sister pala, by the way, si Dayan. Next. Yan. So, hindi na lang kami kay Miss Maria nakakonect ngayon with other celebrities din. Hindi ko na na-post yung iba. So, nag-sponsor din kami sa birthday ng baby ni Miss Rufa May Quinto at na-feature din kami sa Mars ni Miss Camille. Tapos nag-aano rin kami, nagbabazar din kami. So na-meet naman namin si Miss Miriam Kiambao. Next. So maximize online platform, social media, grabe, social media now is both naman, positive and negative, pero hindi mo na ikakatwiran na wala kang, alam mo yun, wala kang money to do your business and all. Because we have Instagram, Facebook na free naman. And now, ang emerging, of course, TikTok. Yung discovery ng businesses on TikTok right now. So, sakyan natin yan, guys. Online shopping websites, Lazada, Shopee. Ito yung gusto kong i-share na iba talaga kapag present ka sa ganitong platform. As in, I should say, you can start small kahit sa Shopee. Importante is you start. Yun yung importante. There's no other time but now. Other retail or concept stores na na-share ko sa inyo kanina. Next. Yan, establish social responsibility. Identify your advocacy that is aligned with your mission, vision, and core values. Okay. Next. Okay, sa amin, sa Good Bag PH, we have 3 advocacies. First is Bag of Blessing Project. Next is Bloom's Bag Collection Project. And Sispreneurs Talk, etong ginagawa ko ngayon, all my talks are for free. Hindi tayo nagcha-charge because this is our advocacy. And it is really my advocacy to instill in the mind of our youth to really go on or pursue entrepreneurship. Yan. And syempre, I am an educator and a business educator. Sobrang lalong na-empower, right? So, sa Bag of Blessing Project naman, umakit kami ng bundok, namimigay kami ng bags, and since me and my sister, pareho kaming professor, so nagkakaroon kami ng little program for the kids. And then Bloom's Bag Collection naman, this one, ginawa namin partnership with Parenting Emporium. Ito naman kasi dito nag-train yung mga celebrities din, celebrity moms and other moms na pregnant na sinusupport ng Parenting Emporium. And then nag-design kami ng bags dun, parang concept store siya, dun nilalagay yung bags and then part of it will give medical support to some kids. Yan. Next slide. Yan. So, ito yung Bag of Blessing project namin sa Montalban, Rizal. Next. Ayan, ayan. Yan, Bag of Blessing project. Nagsusponsor din tayo ng mga organizations kung may outreach. Next. Yan. So, kung kilala niyo si Teacher Dara, yung bangketa teacher. Yan. So, siya yung nakilala because of her passion sa pagtuturo sa mga bata sa kalye. She's from UE at ngayon ay teacher na siya, licensed teacher na siya, ang galing. So, nung time na yon, estudyante pa lang siya niyan, sinusupport ko rin siya and namimigay kami ng bag sa mga kids. That one sa Pampanga. Next. Ayan yung Bloom's Project na kwento ko sa inyo kanina. Next. Ayan yung mga bags ang gaganda. Yan, Sispreneurs Talk. So, nung face-to-face, marami talaga. But of course, now online, okay pa din. Masayang-masaya pa rin ako. Next. Ayan. So, some of the highlights of being an entrepreneur is yung fruit ng labor. So, medyo emo-emo ang Ma'am Divine ninyo kapag naglo-look back because it's really hard for us to went through it. I mean, a lot of things happen in the past, but still, we never say, okay na, stop na ako. Hindi namin naging option na mag-stop. It even drives us to be focused on what we really want to achieve. So, na-feature kami sa ANC, On the Money, and Treplab segment because of our advocacy nga. Dahil even if we're a small business pa, we can still give or we can still support some of our advocacies. Kasi ako, ang pinag-pray ko talaga kay Lord, give us a business that is purposeful and a business that will give Him glory. So, eto, na-feature din kami sa GMA, where to purchase easy to disinfect PVC bag. So, buti na lang nakapag-photoshoot kami. Ayan. And then featured, ayan, celebrity lifestyle. And next. Next. Ayan. So, isa rin to sa highlight kasi Manila Fame, napili kami ng Manila Fame na maging supplier for their event. Yung event nila international to. So, parang si Manila Fame in the Philippines is the marketing arm ng Philippines when they go abroad. During the time nasa Pilipinas. So yung mga taga-ibang bansa, meron silang ganyang bag. So it makes us really happy and overwhelmed na napili nila kami. Okay, next. Yan. So na-feature din si Ma'am Divine. Never mind the wrong spelling, no? But I was also featured on I Feel You by Miss Tony Gonzaga because I am a mom of 4. Di ko pa ba nasabi yun? I'm a mom of 4 and I have a business. I am a professor and of course I'm a wife, diba? So it's really overwhelming and inspiring to share pagka ganito yung situation and yet nagagawa pa rin natin, diba? So next. Ang gaganda nila, di ba? So, a little story. Set your goal. Ito yung sinasabi ko sa inyo. Right after my graduation, sinulat ko na lahat ng gusto ko mangyari. Because when I was in college, sino dito mga scholars like me? Hindi ako scholar dahil matalino ko. Scholar ako dahil working scholar ako ng UE. A student assistant. Wow! Yay! Ang saya. So, actually, I'm a student assistant. Ako yung na-assign sa auditing. So, nag-check ako ng attendance ng mga professor. So, alam ko kung sino yung on-time na professor at sinong hindi. Yun ang nire-report namin. So, yun yung trabaho ko. That's why free ang college ko. So, ang binayaran ko lang, wow, hello, Novaline. It's a tie for us and congrats. And you have a long way to go pa. So, nung time na yon, nag-aaral ako at nakuha ko pa yung highest award, yung outstanding graduate pa yun. Leadership award for women. Because sabi nila, kaya ako yung napili is because I can parang do everything at the same time. I'm working, ganyan. I'm active sa mga organization. Hindi ako pwedeng maging presidente kasi nga, ko during that time, working student. Bawal kasi admin. But I'm very active. Ako yung nag-host sa mga events. So, magpaka-busy kayo guys. Marami ang mararating in the future. So, nag-set ako ng goal. Nagpunta ako sa church. May chapel kasi dun sa UE. So, sinulat ko right after graduation. Okay, sabi ko. Gusto ko after graduation. Yes. May naka-open ata na. May naka-open ata. Yan. Thank you. So, sabi ko, alam nyo, pag nagpe-pray kayo, be specific. Kasi totoo, nangyayari siya. Promise. So, gusto ko makapag-masteral. Hindi ko alam kung paano magba-masteral kasi parang sabi ko, Lord, gusto ko mag-MA. Gusto ko talaga mag-aral. Kasi college pa lang ako, I love seminar. So, aral ako. Paano ko kaya magagawa yun? Eh, wala naman ako, kumbaga, ang mahal mag-MBA, di ba? So, basta sinulat ko lang, gusto ko mag-masters, gusto kong magkaroon ng business, gusto ko ang mapapangasawa ko. Ito na, guys. Sino nagpe-pray dito ng future partner niya? Sabi ko, God will provide. Sabi niya. Tatawa naman ako sa God will provide. O, totoo yun. Sabi ko doon, Lord, either engineer or CPA. Bakit? Kasi yun talaga yung doon ako weak eh. I know, hindi ako magaling sa math, di ba? Strategic pa rin kahit sa prayer. Pero totoo, sinulat ko yun. Very specific ako. Ayun, tapos gusto kong maging professor, niligay ko rin yon. And everything happened, di ba? I mean, God is just so good. Lagi nga ako nagiging emotional sa mga talk ko, but it's really, really important that you specify your prayers. And nothing is impossible with God. Nai-emo na naman. But anyway, never stop learning and improving. Kahit professor na ako, never ako nag-stop matuto, mag-aral pa rin, mag-seminar pa rin. Lagi ako excited. And then, welcome opportunities. Huwag niyo sayangin yung time nyo. Lalo na ngayon na pandemic, parang no one is indispensable. Hindi natin alam kung hanggang kailan tayo. So, welcome opportunities and seize your destiny. Sige, papakita ko yung mga samples ko. Next. Okay. So, ito yung mga listahan ko. Noong 2003, gusto kong maging broadcaster. Ewan ko kung natatandaan nyo yung mga sinulat nyo nung high school kayo, kung anong gusto nyong maging pagka-graduate. Pero ako, thank you. So, broadcaster nilagay ko kasi nung high school ako, host na talaga ako. JS prom, parents meeting. But alam nyo, nung first ever hosting ko, nanginginig talaga yung kamay ko at meron pa akong panyo dun sa microphone. Napagalitan ako ng mentor ko, you don't do that. Hindi daw dapat ako nagpapanyo. Kasi pasmado ako and feeling ko magaground ako sa mic. So, things like that. But core memory ko yon. And then, gusto ko maging office. Dahil nagbago, alam niyo yon, pagkatapos ko nag-enroll ako sa UE, hindi ko kinuha hindi ako nag-broadcom, nag-business management ako. So parang nagbago yung gusto ko. Gusto ko na lang mapunta sa isang mataas na building, maging office worker, maging office girl. Ganda kasi ng 'di ba, ng outfitan ng mga office girl sa bangko or kung saan man. Ang ganda nila tingnan, ang linis tingnan. So ganun na. 'Di ba true? And then educator. Pero ngayon, yung dreams pala natin dati, kayang-kaya pang i-improve ni Lord. Okay? Now, I'm a motivational speaker, I'm a content creator, I'm a momfluencer, and an entrepreneur. So, next slide. Ayan. So, eto ako, nung office girl ako, eto naman ako, nung professor na ako. Next. And kami ng sister ko, entrepreneurs. And ngayon, content creator na rin ako with my baby girl. And 4 kasi yung kids ko, but si Marga muna yung lagi kong nakakasama ngayon sa mga content kasi siya yung talagang mana sa tita. Hindi ako kasing arte ng sister ko kasi siya talaga marketing major yan eh, kaya magaling sa ganyan. So ngayon, content creator naman tayo ng under brand Buzz because ako kasi yung naging supplier nila before ng aprons, ganun, alam niyo yun. So, never burn bridges. Lagi kayong ko-connect sa tao because at the end of the day, marami pang mangyayari along the way. Mamimit yung mga yan. Okay? So, next. Be with the people you want to become in the future. This is my tagline. Lagi ko tong sinasabi sa mga estudyante ko. Be with the people you want to become in the future. Hindi ako perfect na tao or perfect na anak or perfect na asawa, pero lagi akong may goal, lagi akong may look forward, lagi akong may vision, and lagi rin ako nag-share sa mga tao na nasa paligid ko what I've been through sa buhay, ganyan. So, kung hindi man natin makasama yung mga wish nating tayo, di ba? I-research natin. So, ako, si Risa Manangkiel of Happy Skin, isa sa mga biggest influencer ko, kahit hindi kami close. Because I look up to her as an entrepreneur. At nagkita kami sa Women Entrepreneur Summit at nagkaroon kami ng chance to take photos. So, yun, things makes me really happy. Next. Hindi ko pala nalagay dito. So, ito, na-meet ko, be with the people you want to become. Why not? Dream big, di ba? So, with Sir Kevin Tan of Mega World, di ba? Sobrang galing. Si Andrew Tan from UE siya. So, ito yung son niya, si Kevin Tan. Nag-meet kami sa Go Negosyo. At ito si Sir William Bella of Wilcon. Grabe, sobrang bait niya. And after niyan, tinawagan agad ako ng staff niya, ganyan. Yun nga lang, sad lang hindi, yung materials na need niya, wala kami. But then again, naalala niya ako, nag-mark ako sa kanya. So, na-happy ako na na-meet ko sila. Yan. Next. Prof na ako niyan na. So, eto yun. So, top 20 mompreneurs by Mommy Mundo. So, ito naman, na-recognize din online business owners na mga mommies na entrepreneur na kahit mommy kami, okay pa rin mag-business. Walang problema dun. Hindi kailangan nag-stop yung mundo mo because naging mommy ka. The more ka dapat inspired. Lalo kung 4 yung kids ko, di ba? So, there. Next. Yan. So, what are the characteristics of an entrepreneur? Tingnan natin kung ma-check nyo to, guys. Sabihin nyo sa akin kung saan kayo check dyan. Sorry, ang dami ng chat. Nakakatuwa. Hindi ko nababasa lahat. But thank you, guys. Okay. So, passionate. That's number 1. Yung passionate, hindi ibig sabihin you love to do. Lagi kasi nating naisip na ang pagiging passionate is you love what you're doing. Hindi eh. Yes, you love what you're doing, pero you need an effort to do it. Like, kaya mo bang magstay up late ng 3 a.m. just to do the things that you're doing, or you should divide your time accordingly, ganyan. So, hindi siya easy task. Hindi rin siya yung, para ka lang naglalaro, hindi totoo yun. Next is self-motivator. Along the way, nakwento ko sa inyo to kanina na hindi lahat magiging happy sa success natin. Diba? At hindi rin sila magiging happy na may ginagawa tayo na hindi approve sa kanila. So, dapat self-motivator ka. If you know exactly what you want to become, if you want exactly what your dreams are, do it. And if hindi man sila maniwala, at least ikaw naniniwala ka sa sarili mo, di ba? Next is risk taker. Hindi importante kung gaano kadaming beses kang mag-fail kasi ang dami kong failures. Grabe, ang dami kong sponsorship na hindi naman, alam mo yon, hindi lahat naman ng ginawa kong na nilabas kong pera bumalik sa akin. Hindi ganun. But it's okay. That's part of the process. Next is resourceful. Dapat lagi nating isipin how to make things creative. Alam mo yun, hindi laging what's the basic. Always think to be extra and excellent. Next is flexible. Alam mo yun, kasi nag-pandemic, ang gagawin natin? Tunganga na lang ba tayo? Okay, hindi essential yung bags. Tanggalin na natin yung mga empleyado natin. Hindi ganun yun eh. You have to think of the things that will sustain you. Like for example, sa amin, nung pandemic, syempre gumawa kami face mask, gumawa kami PPE. Kaya masamang-masama loob ko sa Farmally. Talaga naman. Because nag-stop yung production. Naapektuhan kami talaga. And sana nga talagang ma-serve yung justice sa nangyaring yun. But anyway, kasi syempre, it's for our community eh. Ini-help talaga natin yung mga community sewers natin, di ba? So next is good networker. Importante, sabi ko nga doon, burn bridges. Importante that you always know where to connect, whom to connect. And then resilient ka dapat. Of course, ang dami nangyayari. Everyday, laging may challenge. Pero lagi dapat mataas energy mo. Pwede ka namang mag-stop or mag-charge lang. Pero never say die or never say stop na. Kasi that's never an option. Next. Okay, so there are 8 C's in business. Ito, very, very personal na naman na learnings na gusto kong i-share. First is for you to have a clear goal. Alam nyo, pag nagbe-business, hindi naman for the sake lang ng profit. Kasi kung mapapansin nyo, sa brand namin, meron talagang purpose. Siguro dahil napaka-blessed namin ang mama ko kasi talaga ang queen ng good bag. Kasi siya ang sewer. Yun. Kaya kami nag-start kasi ang mom ko ang sewer. So, because we are both business graduates kami ng sister ko, ginawa namin ng business plan. Yan. So, next is to clarify your intentions. Ba't nga ba ako magbi-business? Kasi 'di ba, ang dami ko rin kilala na nagbi-business for the sake of status lang. I mean, malugi or hindi, okay lang sa kanila. Or magbenta lang. Pero dapat may intention lagi. And everything that we do, it should be intentional. Kasi ako naniniwala, if God ordain, He sustains eh, di ba? So kapag binigyan tayo ni Lord ng ganitong business or ng ganitong platform, opportunities, laging may purpose yan. Next is to compute. Again, I have my CPA husband, so I leave it to him. Next is to collaborate. Alam nyo, ang gusto ko din, kagaya sa computation, sabi ko nga, I'm very honest with my husband na hindi ko kaya yon, and siya talaga yung nagpa-process ng, you can be honest, no? Pwede kang maging honest na, weak ka sa ganitong part. Totoo naman eh, di ba? Collaborate also because you're not alone in the journey. You should not be alone. So, allow other people then to meet you, allow other people to collaborate with you. Next is to commit. Kapag sinabi mo, gawin mo. Kapag sinabi mo, maglo-launch ka ng project, i-launch mo yan. Don't parang delay. Okay? And then next is choose your core. Ito importante. Lalo na sa mental health natin. Sabi ko nga sa inyo, hindi lahat ma-happy sa ginagawa natin, sa success natin. But be with the people that will cheer you, that will be happy that you are winning. Kasi mas lalo kang magpupursige kapag alam mo may mga taong nakasupport sa'yo, di ba? And kunwari successful ka, kanino mo i-share? Di ba? Kaya alam nyo, it's lonely on top, sinasabi nila. Lonely on top kapag wala kang people to share your success with. Diba? So, ang sarap i-share yan sa family mo, ang sarap i-share yan sa kids mo, and you set a really good example sa kanila. Okay. Next is to connect with God. Siguro, walang good bag kung wala si Lord talaga because as far as I can remember, ang dami kong iyak sa business na to. Kasi yung brother ko, nagkaroon din siya ng brain tumor and he passed away na during the kasagsagan ng business and everything was gone for us. I mean, everything is utang na lang because naubos na lahat ng funds and all. But we never regretted naman yung ginawa namin for him because alam namin, angel namin siya. And really, pag sa family, all out naman talaga tayo. And without God sustaining us, for sure, walang mangyayari. And lastly is to celebrate little success. Marami akong kaklase ng college na very hard on themselves na dapat flat one ako, dapat ganito ako. Pero alam nyo, natutunan ko na mag-celebrate kahit konting success because it will fuel you up na mag-level up pa, na mag-level up. Kaya minsan, kapag etong Pandora na bracelet ko, nagkakaroon ako ng mga, kumbaga kung may projects ako, bumibili ako just to remind me that you're doing good. Diba? You're doing great and you can do more pa. Kasi we're not doing business for us lang eh. Yes, for our family, but also for other people. Diba? Kasi we're giving them opportunities. Especially yung community stores natin. Meron kaming mga mananahi sa labas na single mom. Meron kami mga mananatak namin or yung nagpiprint sa amin is single mom. So ang dami-dami nating matutulungan if we put up our own business. That's why advocate talaga kami ng sister ko ng entrepreneurship. And also, tap your shoulders. Kasi alam niyo yung mental health natin, isa yan sa issues eh. If we feel nobody, pag nafe-feel mo na wala. 'Di ba nga pag tinatanong ko yung mga estudyante ko, what's the best thing about you? Yung iba hirap na hirap kasi sila mismo din nila na-appreciate yung sarili nila. Learn to appreciate yourself and learn to celebrate little success. Next. Next, ayan. So let everything you do be done in love. Sabi ng 1 Corinthians 16 verse 14. Lagi ko tong inisip. Kasi reflective lahat ng ginagawa natin sa output. Ramdam na ramdam ng mga tao kung binigay ba natin yung puso natin sa ginagawa natin or hindi. Next. A little progress each day adds up to big results. So just keep going. Again, huwag kayong maging impatient sa process. Kasi grabe rin yung pinagdaanan kong proseso. As in, sobrang dami. But, yung measurement sa akin ng success, hindi lang siya sa material things, hindi lang siya sa financial aspect. Yung measurement sa akin ng success is paano nagkakaroon ng impact yung buhay mo sa ibang tao. So I hope I did that today with you. I'm very happy again to spend my morning with you. Next slide. Tapos na yata ako. Yan. So follow us on our social media accounts, Sispreneurs on YouTube. Di pa masyadong maayos, but on IG and FB. And then next. Tapos na yata. Yay! Tapos na. So thank you so much everyone. And all the best for you. And you can DM me at Mama Diva. Hindi ko yata nalagay. At Mama Diva. MOMA. Nasa ano naman ata yun ng Good Bag, yung account namin ng sister ko. You can follow that also. So thank you very much everyone. Stay safe and good morning.
All right. Thank you so much, Prof. Sis or Mompreneur Divine. That's very motivating and life-changing talk for today. So when you talk about mental health, yeah, it's really important. And thank you so much for raising that. Kasi marami din po sa ating nanonood ngayon. And each of us is really having a difficulties ngayong pandemic. So